Right, Act 3, Scene 2. Where we left off, people are dead. Tybalt killed Mercutio. Romeo killed Tybalt in, protest, revenge, whatever you want to call it. The prince shows up and says, yeah, Romeo, he's banished, which is actually very fortunate for Romeo because he should die. But the prince is like, you know what? Tybalt killed my cousin, and then Romeo killed Tybalt, so I think we're even. He just needs to leave. Juliet has no idea of what's been going on because she's been at home. So we start off with Act 3, Scene 2, which shows us Juliet. Please make sure that you also have your scene guide up and that you're at Scene 2, which takes place once again in the Capulets Orchard. Your only characters are going to be Juliet and the nurse. The nurse is the one that's going to tell her the bad news. So in the beginning, remember, she has no idea what's going on. So she says, "Oh, I wish the sun would hurry up and set and night would come immediately. When the night comes and everyone goes to sleep, Romeo will leap into my arms and no one will know. Beauty makes it possible for lovers to see how to make love in the dark, or else love is blind and its best time is the night. I wish night would come like a window dressed in black so I can learn how to submit to my husband and lose my virginity." It sounds so much better in the Old English version, but here we are. Let the blood rushing to my cheeks be calm. Oh, goodness, sorry. Damn tabs. Let the blood rushing to my cheeks be calmed. In the darkness, let me, a shy virgin, learn the strange act of sex so that it seems innocent, modest, and true. Come, night. Come, Romeo. All right, I'm going to read you the Old English version so you can see how much nicer that sounds. Ahem. Starts over here. Spread thy close curtain, love-performing night, that runaways' eyes may wink, and Romeo leap to these arms, untalked of and unseen. Lovers can see to do their amorous rites by their own beauties, or if love be blind, it best agrees with night. Come, civil night, thou sober-suited matron all in black, and learn me how to lose a winning match, played for a pair of stainless maidenhoods. Hood my unmanned blood, bathing in my cheeks with thy black mantle, till strange love grow bold. Sounds so much nicer, so much more poetic. Obviously, you're not really getting the message, though, that she's talking about losing her virginity, but we could have pieced it together. Anyway, back to the translation. You're like a day that comes during the night. You're whiter than snow on the black wings of a raven. Come, gentle night, come, loving dark night, give me my Romeo. And when I die, turn him into stars and form a constellation in his image. His face will make the heavens so beautiful that the world will fall in love with the night and forget about the garish sun. Oh, I have bought love's mansion, but haven't moved in yet. I belong to Romeo now, but he hasn't taken possession of me. This day is so boring that I feel like a child on the night before a holiday, waiting to put on my fancy new clothes. So, definitely need to make a comment in the action that at the beginning, she's just happy. And she doesn't think anything bad has happened, and she just wants it to be nighttime so that she and Romeo can be together. So, in beginning of scene, Juliet has no idea what Romeo has done and just wants it to be night so they can be together. Pause it if you need to. Nurse comes in. Juliet says, "Oh, here comes my nurse, and she brings news. Every voice that mentions Romeo's name sounds beautiful. Now, nurse, what's the news? Is that the rope ladder that Romeo told you to pick up?" And the nurse knows, so she'd be a little, withdrawn, and she says, "Oh, yes, this is the rope ladder." "No, my, what news? Why do you look so upset?" "Oh, it's a sad day. He's dead, dead. We're ruined, lady, we're ruined. What an awful day. He's gone, he's been killed, he's dead." Now, you'll notice that the nurse doesn't say who is dead, just he is dead. So what do you think Juliet's going to think? She's going to think it's Romeo. And Juliet says, "Oh, can God be so jealous and hateful? Oh, Romeo is hateful, even though God isn't. Oh, Romeo, whoever would have thought it would be Romeo?" So now she's said he's dead, and now she's saying Romeo, and again, she's not clarifying. So now Juliet really thinks that it's Romeo that's dead. And she says, What kind of devil are you to torture me like this? This is as bad as the tortures of hell. Has Romeo been killed? Just say yes, and I will turn more poisonous than the snake with the evil eye. I will no longer be myself if you tell me Romeo killed himself. If he's been killed, say yes. If not, say no. These short words will determine my joy or my pain. Oh, I saw the wound. I saw it with my own eyes. God bless that wound here on his manly chest. A pitiful corpse, a bloody, pitiful corpse, pale as the ashes and drenched in blood. All the dried blood was so gory. I fainted when I saw it. So once again, she's not saying who's dead, and she's saying there was a lot of blood. Juliet says, "Oh, my heart is breaking. Oh, my bankrupt heart is breaking. I'll send my eyes to prison and they'll never be free to look at anything again. I'll give my vile body back to the earth. I'll never move again. My body and Romeo's will lie together in one sad coffin." So she thinks Romeo's dead. Oh, gosh. "Oh, Tybalt, Tybalt, he was the best friend I had. Oh, polite Tybalt, he was an honorable gentleman. I wish I had not lived long enough to see him die." So now there's just mass confusion if you're Juliet, because she's like, wait, who's dead? So we'll take a minute and put a note in the scene guide. The nurse comes in and says, he's dead, and Juliet thinks she means Romeo is dead and freaks out. So now the nurse has said Tybalt, and Juliet's like, wait a minute, what disaster is this? Has Romeo been killed, and is Tybalt dead too? Tybalt was my dearest cousin. Romeo was even dearer to me as my husband. Let the trumpets play the song of doom, because who can be alive if those two are gone? Who can be alive if those two are gone? The answer is millions of people. But the point is, she doesn't care about anybody else. If Tybalt and Romeo are dead, she has no reason to go on. The nurse finally clarifies, Tybalt is dead, and Romeo has been banished. Romeo killed Tybalt, and his punishment was banishment. Oh, God, did Romeo's hand shed Tybalt's blood? Oh, it did. Curse the day this happened, but it did. Oh, he's like a snake disguised as a flower. Did a dragon ever hide in such a beautiful cave? He's a beautiful tyrant and a fiendish angel. So she's talking about Romeo. He's a raven with the feathers of a dove. He's a lamb who hunts like a wolf. I hate him, yet he seemed the most wonderful man. He's turned out to be the exact opposite of what he seemed. He's a saint who should be damned. He's a villain who seemed honorable. Oh, nature, what are you doing in hell? Why did you put the soul of a criminal in the perfect body of a man? Was there ever such an evil book with such a beautiful cover? Oh, I can't believe the deepest evil lurked inside something so beautiful. So she's still talking about Romeo, saying, she feels kind of deceived. The nurse says, oh, there is no trust, no faith, no honesty in men. All of them lie. All of them cheat. They're all wicked. Ah, where's my servant? Give me some brandy. These griefs, these pains, these sorrows make me old. Shame on Romeo. And now Juliet changes her tune. The nurse says, shame on Romeo. And Juliet says, oh, I hope sores cover your tongue for a wish like that. He was not born to be shameful. Shame does not belong with Romeo. He deserves only honor, complete honor. Oh, I was such a beast to be angry at him. So she goes for is worse than the death of her and her entire family. That's extreme. This one guy's banishment is worse than her finding out that her entire family is dead. Oh, where are my parents? They are crying and moaning over Tybalt's corpse. Are you going to join them? I'll bring you there. Well, are they washing out his wounds with their tears? I'll cry my tears for Romeo's banishment when their tears are dry. Pick up this rope ladder, this poor rope ladder. It's useless now, just like me, because Romeo has been exiled. He made this rope ladder to be a highway to my bed, but I am a virgin and will die a virgin and a widow. Let's go, rope ladder. Nurse, I'm going to lie in my wedding bed, and death, not Romeo, can take my virginity. Oh, go to your bedroom. I'll find Romeo to comfort you. I know where he is. Listen, your Romeo will be here tonight. I will go to him. He's hiding out in Friar Lawrence's cell. So the nurse knows where he is, and Juliet says, oh, find him and give this ring to my true knight, and tell him to come here to say his last goodbye. Glory, hallelujah. And that's the end of the scene. So, problem or solution? Definitely a problem. Romeo is banished, so he can't be with Juliet. And now Juliet wants to die if she can't be with Romeo. Makes sense, right? Perfect sense. Sure, why not? Definitely the rational thing to do. Next video, we'll go to Act 3, Scene 3, which is where Romeo finds out that he's been banished. Because you have to remember, he doesn't have any clue right now that he's been banished either.